we got brand new numbers, y'all. New ones that nobody's ever seen before, apparently. And I know there's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then you can start putting the numbers together, like putting a 1 in front of a number, and you go into the teens, and then you go to the 2s and putting that, and you get in the 20s and the 3s. It works like that. We've got new ones, according to Krasnoff. And that Stephen Moore feller, straight out of the Heritage Foundation, Project 2025. Hey, that thing there, Team Taco, that Donald F. and Trump said he didn't know anything about, that he's implemented 40% of so far, the thing that y'all didn't like either. You didn't like it so much that you had to distance yourself from it, and wanted Trump to distance himself from it. Well, he's implementing it, 40% of it so far. And you can tell by the way that it is, he's filled his cabinet up with those people there. Well, that Stephen Moore feller, he's an economist there for the Heritage Foundation, aka Project 2025. He brings him in there to give us all brand new numbers, y'all. And I didn't know that was part of making America great again, was just giving us all new numbers. I mean, that's crazy talk right there. I'm not sure I can get used to new numbers. I'm still mathing up on the old ones, But he gave us some new ones, said that those numbers there that Joe Biden's had, and that former Department of Labor statistics there, they gave the wrong numbers. Said they gave the wrong numbers. Whenever the numbers were good for Trump, they gave the right numbers. But then whenever they were bad for Trump, wrong numbers. They were the wrong numbers. So he had to fire that lady there because she told the truth. Well, see, and he also was confused up on the numbers that was reported in December for Joe Biden's numbers. And, he said that what they did is they gave him good numbers there in December. And then whenever he was gone in January, they reversed it. So they actually had given him the wrong numbers, that he should have had bad numbers. No, he's all confused up. It's the syphilitis up in his brain bucket making him think stupid like that. Because actually what had happened is they gave him bad numbers in December and then had to turn around and readjust them later. That's what actually happened. See, but Krasnoff's all confused up in his syphilis-infected brain bucket. So, anyway there, so he gave us some new numbers, and you can tell there, but when he brought that Stephen Miller in, I'm sorry, that's another idiot, Nazi, but Stephen Moore, when he brought him in there and said, here, tell them we've got numbers no one's ever seen before. That's how you know it came from Krasnoff there, Donald F. and Trump, is because numbers nobody's ever seen before. Because that's what he says when he's lying, which is all the time. At levels no one's ever seen before. We've got people eating people's dogs and cats up there in Ohio's at levels no one's ever seen before. We've got Venezuelan drug gangs in Aurora, Colorado, at levels no one's ever seen before. We've got doctors giving abortions after birth at levels no one's ever seen before. We've got rapists, criminals, and drug gangs flooding across the southern border at levels no one's ever seen before. That's how you tell he's lying, is he at levels no one's ever seen before, or numbers no one's ever seen before. And he says it, I don't know, a dozen times a day. That's how you know he's lying. Now, if you notice, he never tells the truth while he's making those words, because what he would be saying is stuff like, me and Jeffrey Epstein was diddling up on little girls at levels no one's ever seen before. See, now, here's the thing, Team Taco. Do you believe him whenever he pulls out a big old giant piece of paper with squiggly lines on it that says, we've got new numbers? These are the new numbers. These are the real. Do you believe that? Hey, when you go to the grocery store and you see that beef is $8 a pound, do you look at that and say, that right there is wrong? I've got a number that nobody's ever seen before. 80 cents a pound, what that is. Hey, Team Taco, go finance you a brand new truck, okay? When they run your pathetic credit score there and they say, well, your credit score sucks, you can just tell them that they've got the wrong number, that you've got new numbers. Matter of fact, you can tell them that you've got a number that nobody's ever even seen before, and you'll get you a brand new truck, So apparently that's how that works. I'm just wondering, do you know that he's lying to you when he does that to you? And I'm also wondering, who does he think he's talking to whenever he's trying to show us squiggly lines on a chart that he's got new numbers that nobody's ever seen before? Do you think that he's trying to talk to people with a functioning brain? Because it don't work on us. Oh, it don't. So apparently he thinks that you're stupid and that you're going to believe that. And the thing is, I think some of you are stupid enough to believe it, but not the majority of you. Not the majority of you. The majority of you know exactly what he's doing. And he's telling you, hey, you know I'm lying to you? Run with this lie. You tell other people this lie for me. That's what that's about, because there's no way you're that effing dumb. I know that. Now tell me something there, Team Taco. Been wondering about this for some time. What is it that you actually want out of all this, huh? What is it that MAGA really wants? Well, I mean, we hadn't got a coherent message from you. Yeah. Now, look, aside from the racism and stuff, okay, we don't want to do that. All right. Now, if you exclude your racisms out of it, there ain't nothing else. Well, damn, there's got to be something else. I mean, it can't be about your. Look, we're not going to allow all the racism and stuff to go. We're going to put a stop to that. That's what I'm telling you. Now, look, besides that, is there anything that you want out of the whole MAGA thing? I mean, look, we're always going to pay income taxes. All right. That's going to be a thing. We got to pay taxes. We're always going to do that. So you can forget that that's going to go away. So what do you want out of your taxes is what I'm saying. You don't want no health care. Well, I mean, I guess you do for white people, but we all got to have it, you know, and I'm white and I'm saying everybody's got to have it. We all need the health cares just like every other civilized country in the world's got. Hey, did you know that we pay $4 billion a year every single year to Israel so that they can have socialized health care there? They all have health care over there because of our $4 billion a year that we send to Israel there. Did you know that? Also, guess what else they got? Abortions on demand. They can get abortions over there too in the Israels on our taxpayer dollars. So did you know that too? Did you know this? Donald F. and Trump said if you get caught protesting against Israel anywhere in this country, he's going to withhold disaster relief funding from you there. So I thought we was making America great again. It looks like we're making Israel great, right? So tell me again there, Team Taco, what the F do you actually want out of all this besides the racisms now? Let's take the racisms out of the equation. What is it that you want? Because I don't think that you can actually coherently tell anybody anything that you actually want out of this. Because there ain't nothing. It's all about your hate, ain't it? That's why you're willing to believe all them fake ass numbers that he put out there, knowing he's an effing liar. You're in a cult. And look, I hate to tell you this. At some point, after this is all said and done, MAGA is going to be labeled a hate group, okay? A terrorist organization hate group. That's what's going to come out of all this, all right? Just want to let you know. Inmate Trump.